I'm human. See? Totally human. Woof! I mean, yay!
Have you ever looked at your golden retriever and thought, I'm not sure this dog realizes they're actually a dog? Maybe they sit on the couch like a person. Maybe they stare at you while you eat dinner, completely convinced that your food is also their food. Or maybe they act offended when you do something that interrupts their routine, almost like they're thinking, excuse me, that's not how this house works. And if you live with a golden retriever long enough, you start to notice something strange. They don't just live with humans. Sometimes they seem to believe they are one of us. But here's the fascinating part. Modern life may actually be helping create this illusion, and golden retrievers, being one of the most intelligent and emotionally tuned-in breeds in the world, might be picking up on it faster than we realize. Today, we're going to explore why golden retrievers often act like little humans and what is really happening inside their minds, because once you see it, you'll never unsee it again. Something interesting has been happening in the world over the past few decades. More and more people are choosing to delay having children or not have them at all, and instead, they pour that love, attention, and care into their pets. Dogs get toys, birthday celebrations, special beds, premium food, car rides, daily affection, and in many homes, dogs aren't just animals anymore. They're family members, sometimes even treated like children. Now imagine being a golden retriever living in that environment. You sleep inside the house, you sit on the couch, you travel in the car, and you receive affection every single day. From your dog's perspective, something unusual is happening. Their entire world revolves around human life, and golden retrievers are incredibly good at reading the emotional patterns of the people around them, which leads to something fascinating. Over time, they begin adapting their behavior to match the social environment they live in, and that environment is entirely human. Golden retrievers weren't randomly bred to be friendly. Historically, they were developed to work side by side with humans. Hunters relied on them to retrieve birds without damaging them. That meant golden retrievers had to learn something incredibly important: how to read human signals. Eye contact, body language, tone of voice, subtle cues. Over generations, this ability became deeply wired into the breed. Today, golden retrievers are considered one of the most emotionally intelligent dog breeds in the world. They constantly watch your face, your posture, your mood. They learn your routines faster than most dogs, and because they spend so much time studying human behavior, they begin mirroring it, sometimes in ways that make them look almost human. My own golden retriever, Sunny, does something that always makes me laugh. Every time we go out in the car, she immediately moves toward the window, and not just to sniff the air. She wants the window open, like a person enjoying the ride. If the window stays closed too long, she looks at me like I've made a serious mistake. Another funny thing, she always tries to negotiate human food. Now, of course, I don't give her human meals, but that doesn't stop her from asking. She sits there patiently, staring, waiting, hopeful, and when she realizes she's not getting anything, you can literally see the disappointment on her face. And if we take a different walking route than usual, she sometimes stops and looks at me like she's thinking, "Excuse me, we don't go this way." Golden retrievers can develop incredibly strong opinions about routines, which brings us to something fascinating about their psychology. If your golden retriever also acts like a tiny human sometimes, go ahead and tap the like button. It helps more golden owners discover the channel, and it tells YouTube that people love this kind of content. Now, here's where things get even more interesting, because the next reason golden retrievers act human-like has to do with how their brains process social roles. Dogs are naturally social animals. In the wild, they live in structured groups where every member has a role: leader, follower, protector, scout. When a dog lives with humans, that instinct doesn't disappear. Instead, they try to find their place inside the human pack. Some dogs become guardians, some become companions, and golden retrievers often become something very unique. They become emotional partners. They watch you, comfort you, follow you from room to room, not because they're confused, but because they're deeply connected to your life. And that connection can sometimes make their behavior look surprisingly human. Golden retrievers are exceptional learners. They don't just learn commands, they learn patterns. When you wake up, when you leave the house, when dinner happens, when walks happen. And when something breaks that pattern, they notice immediately. That's why some dogs get upset when a routine changes. To them, the structure of the day is part of how they understand the world. And when that structure changes unexpectedly, they react emotionally.
sometimes with confusion, sometimes with frustration, sometimes with the famous golden retriever dramatic face. Golden retrievers don't truly believe they're human, but something very special happens when dogs live closely with people for years. Their world slowly becomes shaped by human life, human routines, human emotions, human relationships. And breeds like golden retrievers, who are especially sensitive to those signals, begin adapting in ways that can feel almost human-like. Maybe that's why living with a golden sometimes feels less like owning a dog and more like sharing your home with a slightly furry roommate who just happens to love you more than anything in the world. If you want to keep learning how golden retrievers think and feel, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the video on the screen right now, because in the next one, we're exploring something every golden owner has noticed: why golden retrievers follow you everywhere you go, and the reason behind it might surprise you. Thanks for watching.